All right, everybody, thank you for being here. Welcome. UAB returns home after a 2-game road swing. UAB has the 4th longest active home winning streak in the nation at 16 and looks to extend that this weekend against UTEP. So with that, I'll turn it over to Coach Clark. Following that, we have Chris Moll and Sydney Wells in the back for questions.
Morning, guys. Well, this is not a fun way to start your day, but we did good, bad, and ugly this morning with the players, and to get that game behind us and put it to rest as much as we can and move to the next one. And of course the challenge for them, staff, us, is just we got to get better. And I've got to do a good job of putting us in a position to do the things that we can do. Obviously, it's good to get back home. Tough road trip with Tennessee and Southern Miss, and El Paso is a team very similar to Rice and San Antonio that's really, I think, better than their record indicates. They got a really good coaching staff and has done a really good job. And they've been right in a lot of these games. Last week they led Charlotte the whole game and then lose it. Charlotte makes a good comeback on them at the end. So they're not playing bad at all. But it is good to get back home. We got to get better, and we got to find the things that we can do well and get this thing turned around. So, questions? Yeah, I think that's, what you do is you find the things you can do, and obviously 2 games in a row we've turned the ball over, and it starts with that. We've got to protect the ball offensively, and that's when we've got to set ourselves up for success. And turnovers have really hurt us, and we've played 2 good football teams 2 weeks in a row, and I knew that was coming. So we just got to look at every phase. I think special teams were solid, but we got to do better. We had a kickoff we mishandled that we work on all the time. And so every little detail is important. Defensively we played solid again, but we didn't play great. I thought we played good. Of course, they got put in a bunch of tough situations, and then offensively, we've got to get back to doing the things we can do and do things that Dylan can do. So we're going to try and set him up for success as much as we can.
Is he a little overwhelmed, Bill?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in there you just cannot simulate that environment, that game. You're playing against a really good defense who's probably as exotic as anybody we see. And I was showing things today when you're sitting there at 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. I don't care who you are, and they drop 8 guys off and they're twisting and they're moving. It's going to be hard. And Mason throws he just shouldn't have made. But at the same time, we weren't running the ball. We weren't doing other things, and so we've got to do a better job with those things for him. But I think just the environment would have been tough on anybody that's not played, much less in that environment. So.
The last 2 games, first down has been a real problem offensively. You look at Southern Miss game. I think the largest game you had on first down was 6 yards. So, how do y'all go about actually, being able to get ahead of those chains on first down? Because that seems to have been the problem really in the last 2 games, is getting behind the chains really early.
Well, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it again. You've played 2 really good defenses, so. And a little bit of respect to the offense, but you can't put yourself behind the chains. So what are those things that's going to do that allows? That's what we got to be working on this week. So without divulging all our secrets, I mean that's going to be a huge point of emphasis, and we've got to be able to run the ball. Got to. So that's part of it.
Spencer Brown came back in this game. He had 2 carries. Was it more so just the flow of the game that kind of dictated his workload coming back in? Because I imagine you wanted to kind of ease him in back to the bench.
Yeah, what we found with those ankle injuries, Larry Wooden was the same. I can just go back through time. You had to get them back to practice, and then you try and get them in the game and just get some juices going. And we didn't know if he was ready, but we said maybe we'll get a spark, especially coming out of the end zone. And I talked to him this morning. I think he's excited about where he's going to be this week, and let's see. He's doing extra rehab, extra training, and so we'll see where he is.
Bill, how big is this for Dylan, man, this game?
I think it's big, and I think it's going to be the next game. So, I think it's just I'm going to just use for example this morning or yesterday our players asking to have good, bad, ugly this morning at early. I mean, that to me tells me a lot about those guys. One, believing in the process, because I wasn't going to do it. We were going to kind of move on, and so I think they understand what they've got to get done as a team, which we've got to help him. you know. And I think for him, he's going to be better. He's just, you know, the environment's going to be better. It's his second game, and then we're going to try and really make sure we do as much of the things as he can do to protect him as we can. And, you know, you can only protect a guy so much, but we're going to do everything we can to help him.
How do you go about kind of working Lee Ford? Because obviously he came back in, played a little bit in this game. How do you work that in with him and Andrew both kind of playing center as well? Because I mean, you've kind of really started to build some depth this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, here we go again. Early on, we lose Buchanan. And so, you know, there's another shuffle. And I think that's the, you know, without making excuses, it's you get guys back, but all of a sudden now you change the rotation. So now here comes Lee, then Smith, who he hadn't worked a lot of guard all week. But I do think we do have better depth than we've had. So now it's just going to be who performs the best this week.
Returning home, what does it always mean to be able to play in your backyard, your home field?
Yeah, you know, and I think just, you know, you get anytime we're less than 4 hours, you know, we end up on a bus, you know, and you talking about a 3.5 hour bus ride and then the post game bus ride, which affects you the next week, and that's what we can't let happen this week. But it's just better. I mean, it's just better. You know, you just the hotel we stay in, that we stay in for all the home games, the home crowd, the fact, you know, we've had success here. I think you put all those together, and we want to be a good road team, but there is a little difference to be home. We're glad to be home.
You kind of talked about him wanting to get good batting early this morning. Do you feel like a real sense of urgency from this team, especially, you know, having as far as division title, you know, you got to win the next 3 games and rely on some help?
That's right. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we had it. I think you're seeing somebody who, let's just be honest, I mean, it was a Super Bowl. I mean, besides the fact it was a conference game and all that, I can tell guys that, but, you know, when you beat somebody 3 times in a row, you know, and you win the West against them, that's what a Super Bowl looks like. You see it after the game. So that's what's tough on a bunch of young guys. You know, that's the urgency you're going to see from other teams, and we got to develop that same urgency. So, and granted, this is not our first rodeo. I mean, we've played in a bunch of games, you know, and it's unfortunate that our starting quarterback went down, but, you know, we got to deal with it, and we just got to be better for it. So, like I said, I think Dylan will be better. I think we'll all be better. But, you know, as we were watching that with the O-line this morning, the O-line said, you know, we got to get better. You know, so there's an urgency for everybody in this building.
Do you feel like Tyler would be able to return at any point this season?
Yeah, we'll get him back.
It didn't necessarily pertain to you because you're focused on the game, but you guys are going to be honoring the service this weekend, but also today being Veterans Day. What does it mean to you? What is the military service?
You know, I'm old school with all that. I'm just, you know, I always say, Mom, Alpine flag, and just, you know, all of our guys, you know, and I'm glad you mentioned that. You know, we gave out some tickets to the firemen last week and the police, and so all those people that serve us, you know, besides obviously the veterans and, you know, what they've done for our country, and just, you know, the ones that are actively serving, we appreciate them so much. And this is why we're getting to do the things we do, and thankful for the people that, you know, stand on that line for us every day, you know, and police, firemen, all those first responders. So obviously this is Veterans Day, so thank you to all our veterans. Big deal on Saturday, and we appreciate them.
Last year, you had some pretty cool uniforms for this game. There will be another kind of all white uniform.
Well, we'll be doing something on our helmet with a decal. Yeah, so it'll be the decal this year, and we'll be in all green. So just something.
Check social media later today.
There you go. Cue Ted. All right, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank y'all. Okay.
All right, we'll move Chris Moll up to the podium right now. Chris is the leading tackler on our team that's ranked 6th nationally in defense. He's a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year in conference. So with that, Chris.
How you guys doing?
So, what was good, bad, and the ugly like today?
I mean, it had a lot in it. It had a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of ugly, obviously. But I mean, it just really just had a lot of things to learn on and just to take in, and to not, you know, look down on it, just to take it in and progress throughout the week, you know.
Well, what stood out to you as far as just the ugly part?
We had a lot of missed assignments, and we weren't executing all the way, so we just really have to figure out how we can execute everything on offense, on defense, and on special teams so we could win.
How good is it to be back home and you know, just back in a friendly environment, I guess?
It feels great because, you know, we got a great crowd every game, and we have a great streak going on right now. And, you know, teams come in a little nervous, and just because of our streak and just because they know what we do at home. So, I mean, it feels great to be home, and, you know, we can't let the home fans crowd down.
You had a breakout season last year. Obviously, moving into this year, now you're considered one of the better defensive players in the league. What do you feel about Noah Water coming right there with you in the middle, and kind of him having a breakout year this year right alongside you?
It feels great to have Noah next to me because you know, I know he's gonna go 100% every play next to me. I don't have to, you know, worry about him just giving a play off and me having to make up for him or something. You know, it's great knowing that he's going this hard, and he tells me every play, you know, I got you, I got your back. So, I mean, it's great playing next to him.
How anxious is it to get back out on the field to redeem yourself? I mean, after this.
I mean, you know, I tell the whole team already, you know, we have to really make up for this game and these last two games, really. And, I mean, they all say they want to go out there and, you know, show them what a lot of teams have been missing. So, I mean, we got to make a statement this game, and everybody's excited for this week of practice.
Has it been frustrating at times with the offense, having as many turnovers as they've had the past couple of games and kind of putting y'all in a bad position? But also, y'all been able to, keep doing your job as well, despite, being put in those positions.
I mean, it is frustrating a little bit. You're going out there and trying to stop them, and you see an interception or a turnover or something, and it's like, all right, guys, let's go. You know, balls to the walls. You gotta just keep playing football. It happens, and we just gotta make plays ourselves, just like the other teams making plays.
Any other questions for Chris?
Yeah, well, Chris, it's easier to ask you than it is coach. You have an SEC team 2 weeks ago. Mentally, you're sky high, everybody on your team. And then the following week is almost a trap game. In this case, you played a very good team. Mentally, was it a little bit of a letdown?
It was a little bit. I mean, it was just, you know, we knew they were going to be a good team. We seen what they put on film, and, you know, I don't feel like we came in, you know, we didn't come in like as they weren't good or anything, but we knew they were going to be good. We just didn't execute everything like we should have, so we just got to fix things.
I got to ask, today's being Veterans Day, and you're going to honor the servicemen this week. Any background within your family of anybody that served in that type of?
I have a great-grandfather. He did serve. He is a veteran. But, you know, a lot of my teammates have a lot of family members that are veterans. So, you know, it does mean a lot to me just because it means a lot to them. And, I mean, you know, just because I'm free out here, and it's great that they did that for us.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now we'll move right tackle Sydney Wells up to the podium. Sydney started all 9 games for us this year in his first year at UAB. So with that, we'll open up for questions for Sydney.
Good morning.
What was it like, despite the loss, what was it like being able to get back in Mississippi and, be able to play in front of some family and friends and just in that environment?
It's unexplainable, really, because it's really a humbling experience just to be able to come back, because we passed by my JUCO, Mississippi Gulf Coast, so just seeing all the memories and everything, that knowing that I put in the hard work in JUCO just to get where I'm at, it was kind of a special feeling.
It's been a long time, I think, since you had a game like that. What was it like to watch that film today and just kind of have to relive that? I mean, healthy to a certain extent, but I'm sure it was something you weren't looking forward to.
Right, it definitely wasn't, but I personally had to put the mirror up to my face and see what I can do better, to help this team in order to stay positive. But just being, flat serious, we just didn't execute how we needed to execute. So we just got to stay positive because I believe in this offense and I know what we're capable of doing. So,
how big is it for Dylan Saturday to kind of have a good game and get some confidence?
How big is it for him?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally believe in Dylan. I've seen what Dylan can do, so I believe that he's going to have a great game. I know what Dylan's capable of doing. I've seen what he's done in practice, so I'm excited for him.
You said you had to look at yourself in the mirror, and I'm sure a lot of the guys were saying that. So how anxious are you to redeem yourself, to get a little bit back of your inner confidence that you have in yourself?
I'm anxious for it, and I know this team is as well, because we all saw the mistakes. They were day one mistakes that they should easily be corrected. So I know we're gonna get it fixed.
Anything else for Sydney? All right.
You're you're the only offensive line to start every game. Kobe was out for Tennessee, but he was available in that game if necessary. Kind of explain just how this offensive line has grown and gelled this season, especially with it rotating at times due to some injuries.
Man, these guys come to work every single day. They put their bodies on the line, and they just come to work. They're unselfish. They're willing to do whatever helps the team. So I mean, these guys are amazing. That's all I can really say. So I'm just grateful for them.
All right. That will conclude the press conference.
Thank
you,
y'all.
Sydney.
Thanks, Sydney.
No problem.